Our next segment is industry manure. Now, this is where we get to think about things that really grind your gears, advice that you hear in the industry, or things that you hear that you just think, oh, I don't know, that doesn't really sit very well with me.
Okay, so as a rule, I don't throw other vendors under the bus. So I'm going to keep this broad because it applies to quite a few vendors, probably many vendors.
I was hoping for a but and then a real singling out at that point, but that's fine.
No, not this time.
You're a good person.
Sorry. Okay, but I will give you what annoys me, but I'm not going to name any vendors because a lot of vendors do this. And the idea is that if you use this marketing system or this selling system or this framework, or you come to this event or you use my tool, you'll be wildly successful. And so it's kind of the framework, if you will, is just do this and that equals success. So if we're looking at it like an equation, A equals B. My thing, my widget, my framework, my whatever equals success. And it's usually easy, fast, simple success is what's in that equation. And I have fallen victim to this myself. Join this coaching or this mastermind or this whatever, and you'll see instant success, overnight success. And the FTC here in the States is cracking down on that kind of thing because it's usually untrue and bogus. But as humans, we do want that easy button, and it's also easier to market than use my tool and put in 1 to 3 years of hard work and you'll see amazing success. That's just not as fun to sell. It's not as sexy. And so as humans, we're looking for the easy button, but there really isn't much of an easy button. It is defining your core values, defining your goals, and then chasing them relentlessly like a dog with a bone. And, potentially getting up early, potentially working late on occasion. I'm all for work-life balance, but you'll have seasons. Right now I'm going through a push season. I think my laptop has had action on it every evening for the last 3 weeks. That's not the norm though. But I have very, very clear goals, and they're big goals, and they're things I've never done before. And so they're a little messy, but I'm chasing it. And so I would encourage people to almost become allergic to that easy button, to that easy. This tool is easy. It's going to solve all your problems. If you hear just do this, it's going to create that end result. You should put on your skeptical hat, because if it really worked that well, they would have sold 8 gazillion copies of their software tool, or they'd be over, they wouldn't have room for new clients because they were busy trying to hire coaches. They'd be booked solid for the next 2 years, or they'd have sold and bought an island. And so just be cautiously skeptical.
I think that's such good advice, particularly in our space, because you see it with tools, with gurus and so on. I mean, you only have to look at YouTube to see look at it now, the AI space, right? I mean, there's just endless gurus that have all popped up, and you think, okay, well, hang on a second. So if you know how to make £1 million in the space of a couple of weeks, then why exactly are you selling the course for $99.99?
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.